Mitch Marner's future is heating up behind the scenes in the NHL. With his contract coming to an end, the Toronto Maple Leafs star might be on the verge of making the most important decision of his career. And the big question is, will he renew and continue his journey in Toronto, or test the market and seek a new challenge? The answer might surprise you because there's a factor that could change everything. And the Leafs don't have much time to decide. Marner is having a spectacular season, on track for career highs in assists and points. But while he focuses on the ice, behind the scenes, his team and the Leafs need to make a strategic decision. His current $10.9 million contract is expiring, and any renewal is expected to exceed $12 million per year. That puts Toronto at a crossroads. Is it worth paying that price to keep Marner? Or is this the ideal time to go in a different direction? The problem is that the fans are already growing impatient. If the Leafs fail once again in the Stanley Cup playoffs, as they have in recent years, there will be enormous pressure for changes. And with John Tavares also nearing the end of his contract, management may decide to reshape the team, rather than commit a massive amount to Marner. But here's the catch. Letting go of a player of this caliber without an equivalent replacement could be an irreversible mistake. Now, if Marner decides to test the market, some teams are already emerging as strong candidates. And one of them might be a shocker: Utah HC. That's right, a young and rising team that will have plenty of cap space to accommodate a star contract. Just imagine Marner forming an offensive line with Clayton Keller. Utah HC has been looking for experienced players to accelerate its project of becoming a powerhouse in the league, and Marner would be exactly the type of player who could make a difference. Plus, he would move from Toronto's high-pressure environment to a smaller market, where he would have more freedom to focus on the game. Could this be the bold move no one is expecting? Another destination that makes a lot of sense is Pittsburgh. The Penguins have over $26 million available to spend, and TNT analysts have already pointed to the team as a potential landing spot for Marner. Imagine him playing alongside Sidney Crosby and Evgeny Malkin. He wouldn't have to carry so much weight alone, and could focus on doing what he does best: creating plays and being a decisive force in the attack. Additionally, he would reunite with Kyle Dubas, the former Leafs GM and current Penguins boss, someone who knows his talent better than most. But here's the downside. The Penguins have missed the playoffs for 3 straight seasons, and the pressure for Marner to be the guy who changes that would be immediate. Is he ready to carry that responsibility? Now check this out. What if the Buffalo Sabres entered the race? At first glance, it seems unlikely, but there are a few reasons to believe this could be a viable option. First, the proximity to Toronto. Playing for the Sabres, Marner would be just 90 minutes from home, meaning less media harassment and more privacy. Additionally, Buffalo has a promising young core, and adding an elite veteran like Marner could be exactly what's missing to get the team back to the playoffs. The problem? The Sabres have yet to prove they are an attractive destination for top-tier players. They need to convince Marner that this wouldn't just be a lateral move, but a proactive step towards success. Do they have what it takes to make that happen? And there's another strong contender in the mix: the Carolina Hurricanes. This is a team already built to compete for the Stanley Cup, and has shown real interest in Marner. They even inquired about him in a potential trade for Mikko Rantanen, proving that Marner has been on their radar for some time. Joining a well-established team with real championship chances could be a decisive factor in his choice. He could play alongside Sebastian Aho, forming one of the most dynamic duos in the NHL. But there's a catch. Last season, Marner didn't waive his no-trade clause to join the Hurricanes. Has that changed now that he can freely choose his next destination? The market for Marner is open, and anything can happen. But one thing is certain: Any team that lands him will be securing one of the NHL's top talents. Now, I want to hear from you. What's the best destination for Mitch Marner? Should he renew with the Leafs or seek a new challenge? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you love this kind of analysis and don't want to miss any NHL updates, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. And there's more great content coming up. Click on this video right here and keep following everything about the Leafs in the NHL.